Hi, I'm Gabriella Rademaker, and I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I'm a collegiate athlete for Vanderbilt University. So the first day we had activities, and we rode up on the gondola, and so we're riding up there, and then we see the luge. So the whole day we were just racing around the luge, and the one memory I will never forget from this trip is I got a little too cocky at the end, and I was going down, and I took my hand off the steering wheel to do a little peace sign for the picture, and totally wiped out. Like, slid down the luge, flipped the cart, and then Robert's coming behind me, almost falls himself, which made it even better. And everyone's laughing, and they got basically a lot of it on camera. And then the next day we did random acts of kindness, a scavenger hunt. One thing I really wanted to do on this trip was impact someone, or like make a change, help someone. And throughout the day we were all helping each other, but then we were also helping people of Queenstown. When my dad invited me to go on this trip, I had no idea what I was getting into. We talked about doing some volunteer work for medical mission work, because that's what I was really interested in, and then he came to me about New Zealand. And I was like, oh heck yeah, traveling, I'm definitely in. And then he came in, called me 2 months before he left, and he was like, are you okay with talking in front of people? Going through these quotes because I love tattoos and I love inspirational quotes, and I came across hope.
But one thing I always say to myself to keep me grounded is to have hope. And for me, hope stands for hold on, pain ends. It could take 2 minutes, could take two years, but in the end, we know the pain will end.
When I was talking about that, I was like, if anyone else can take that away or hold on to that if they're struggling, because pain is inevitable in this world. It doesn't matter our age, pain is pain, and everyone has to deal with it differently, but we all have the choice to hold on.
Your life is your choice, and it's not one when you're in a good mood. It's every single day, every morning, 365 days. You have to wake up, because you have the ability to wake up and say, no, this is how I want to live, this is what I want to pursue, and I will have hope, because I know if I hold on, the pain will end. And when that pain ends, you can turn your possibilities into realities like I did.
But when we got there, it was just completely peaceful. It was nighttime, we're all lined up in this like little hut before we could go in, and everyone was just silent. It's like, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And we're walking up, we take off our shoes, and we greet all of the people of the Waitaha that were there. And it wasn't just a, hey, how you doing handshake, it was like a nose-to-nose touch, or a kiss on the cheek and an embrace, and nothing I've ever experienced. And it was just so natural to them that this is the way of living. Like, to Poroho, who's Papa, he was like, this is your home. And I was like, wow, I've never had a home, really. So that was eye-opening. And then when we sit down and take our seats around the circle, so many people have said this, but it's so true, because this is the one thing that broke my walls down and opened me up to share what's been going on in my life to everyone else. And it was when he said, there are no rules except do no harm to anyone.
And I didn't get that that was a problem, because that's what I thought family was, and that's the only thing I knew until I got here. And you were like, you don't hurt people. It's like, oh gosh, like that's the one thing I've been searching for, is a group of people that genuinely love each other and can support each other, and without any ulterior motives or to manipulate or to hurt.
I'm gonna say this, the greatest man I've ever met in my entire life. He's just wise, kind, happy, like the epitome of everything everyone wants to be, basically. And I was sitting there and he was holding my hand and he was talking to me, and I like never felt more love in my entire life, and I just knowing that made me want to replicate that to someone else and for more people, because I knew I wanted to help people, but then just seeing him and a few words or simple touch change so many of people's lives here is something I will always remember and try to do myself. And so what I was really excited for before the trip was the whole humanitarian part of it and bringing the clean water, clean drinking water to different places in New Zealand and Vanuatu. And we went to a school yesterday and we were demonstrating to the kids of Vanuatu and telling them about all the problems with water and how, me personally, I've taken water for granted, especially in the United States, Western world, everything. But then when I saw their water and how they had this huge like tub bucket and people are just going drinking out of it. The kids were running up, putting their head under the faucet, and it was coming out brown. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never been aware, realized how big of a problem it was. And
yeah, aren't those cool?
felt like I was settling before I came here, even though I thought my dreams were already as big as I thought they could go. I wanted to do Doctors Without Borders and be a nurse practitioner and try to help with through medicine. And then I realized there are so many other problems out there that need to be fixed and people need help fixing them. I try not to have any expectations coming in to this trip with my dad, just because it's been a long time coming for this. We haven't really had a relationship for the last 20 years, and it wasn't until a year ago when we really started talking and helping each other and not really getting to know each other necessarily. We talked, but it wasn't anything personal. And then we came on this trip.
I now want to live. I want to do all these things and all these people and just meet people like you guys beyond this and to stay in touch and have a family. And I can't thank him enough for everything he's done.
The way he shows his love to me is the love I've been seeking for 20 years. And now that he showed it to me, I can't be happier. And I love him so much, and I'm so thankful for him and bringing me on this trip because it was truly life-changing, and it's all thanks to him, really. The people living